All right, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. My name is Tony Reiner, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking to y'all about how I'm using my 9 to 5 to fund my freedom. And if y'all have watched some of my videos in the past, you know I'm very passionate about becoming financially free. It's one of my main purposes right now. It's the thing I'm most focused on across my life, trying to buy businesses and have them generate more revenue than I'm spending on day-to-day life. So this is how I'm planning out my escape from my 9 to 5. And the first thing I do is I focus on shifting my mindset. So when I'm at work, I don't even think of myself as an employee. I'm just a business within a business. And especially as a person, that's pretty achievable because your income is more related to the business that you bring in. So it's pretty scalable. And honestly, they encourage having an entrepreneurial mindset because a lot of it is on your own. You're really just the one that goes and hunts out leads. It's not really anything that they tell you, do this today, do this today. It's like, no, you just go make calls and you just bring in business however you can do it. So shifting my mindset was one of the biggest ones, and I'm still working on that as well, just making sure I'm not getting into that just, oh, let me just punch in at 9 and then clock out at 5, good to go. It's more of a, okay, how can I get the most return on my time as possible? I need to do the highest value tasks today. I need to prioritize those and forget about all the BS that is not serving me. And maybe I do those on those days when I have no energy. And if you do like a time energy audit, I highly recommend, because throughout your day you can see when you have the most energy. And on those times, you want to put your hardest tasks. Like they say, you always want to eat the frog first thing. So I always try to do my dials first thing in the morning, and then I get through the rest of my day. But anyways, that's getting down the rabbit hole. And then number 2 is going to be living below my means. And that's something that, because every extra bit of income is, I think of as business fund, like a business seed investment that I can put into a business or into learning another skill, upgrading my life in some sort of way. So I try to keep my expenses as low as possible. I moved closer to my job so that I'm not spending as much on gas. I stayed in a pretty reasonable apartment that doesn't have any, fancy bells and whistles. And I do all that just to keep my expenses as flat as possible, so that while my income is scaling and I'm getting more money to put into my, businesses and stuff like that, I'm not killing myself on expenses. And then it also helps with becoming financially free, because really you're just trying to get to a point where your passive income exceeds your expenses. That's when you become financially free. And then I use my job as leverage. So I use it as a learning lesson too. So in business, a lot of skills are transferable. So sales are very transferable. Leadership, what else? I mean, having tough conversations and solving problems in the world, that's something that is essential to learn. And then the specific space that I'm in, I sell to small businesses. I sell software to small businesses. And so I'm talking to business owners, and when I'm talking to them, I'm really getting to know how they handle, specific tasks related to their most expensive liability, which is labor, time, human capital. I work for an HCM company, but it's just using that as a stepping stone to learn more skills, learn about the business, and make money while I'm doing it. But at the same time, I'm networking with business owners, learning about challenges that they face and how to overcome those. And then building in the background. So on the weekends and after work, I'm building my empire brick by brick, slowly, and that investment over time compounds and leads to some pretty great things. Because once you get financially free and you can quit your 9 to 5, you can put all your time into building your empire and your assets. That's when you really hit high gear and you can really just go all in. Because otherwise, you're trading a lot of time for your work, so it's hard to build at the moment. And why it works for now is, you don't have too many options. You can you can quit your job and become self-employed, but really you're just buying yourself another job, and you're the boss of yourself. And I gotta say, we're not very good bosses of ourselves. So I don't think self-employment is the right route. I think getting a business where you can hire employees to do the work for you and ultimately de-link your time from your money, that's the goal. So investments like real estate, laundromats, or businesses that are cash flowing that you don't have to be completely present for. It's not like a one man show. It's got systems and processes in place. So yeah, and then just the final takeaway. I know a lot of us feel stuck in our 9 to 5s. I definitely have, and I do a little bit. But you when you keep working at it and you keep building in the background, you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you start to feel even more motivated to go after work. And you know that it's not just this is my life. It's okay. This is a season that I'm going through. But if I work hard and I continue to invest in myself and invest in what I've learned by taking action, you're going to start building something that you can be really proud of and that you can pass on to your kids one day. Um, and it's very fulfilling. Just the journey itself is honestly really fulfilling because you just start to think different, you act different, and people can kind of sense it about you that you're not just here to collect a paycheck and dip. Like you want to make an impact on the world, and you want to use that 9 to 5 to get to that point. So that's really all I have for today's video. Please leave a comment down below. What you would do if you didn't have a 9 to 5, and yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good weekend. See ya.